Okay, hey guys. Vaughn Scow coming at you again from the front entryway. I love this place. Sounds great in here. It's really neat. And in the afternoons like this, the sun comes in, makes you feel alive. I tell you what, just got done doing individual demos on the JCA2112R, the Bugera V22. These are both amps that clock in at the price range of between $300 and $400, depending on when and where you buy them. They both are powered by a pair of EL84s, or, rated at 20 and 22 watts respectively. And they're both amps that a lot of folks are buying these days because there's a lot of bang for the buck to be had. And I'm going to switch between the two of them. I have worked really hard at setting both of them up to where they are the same volume in the room, and I've got my little decibel meter set up there where hopefully you can see it to confirm that. It's just running off its internal microphone. You get it, dear host? Okay. And I've actually worked with both of them to try and make them sound the best I can right now on clean sounds. Honestly, I kind of think clean sounds are a little bit more of a determining factor in an amp than the dirty sounds are, because one, they're a little harder to make sound complex and good and rewarding, and two, I got lots of really, really good dirt pedals. So, okay, I'm going to start on the Jet City doing the stuff I love to do on a Strat between the neck and the middle pickup. To the Bugera. Now look, quick switch, and I'm going to stick on the Bugera and then switch to the Jet City. That's the Jet City. I'll start with the Jet City and then switch over to the Bugera. Okay, well, that's kind of what I assumed. The Bugera is actually eating the Jet City's lunch on that clean stuff. Much sparklier, fendery on the top, really authoritative on the bottom. Just sweet, 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 sweet. Let's go for between the bridge and the middle pickup for this other stuff that I like doing. Here we go. We're going to start in the Bugera, and then I'll switch to the Jet City. Bugera first. Okay, that's the Jet City. The Jet City is made for gain, and it has, for what it's worth, okay, I've got the input on the Jet City at 2, actually just a little under 2, and the master's a little over halfway up. On the Bugera at this point, I have the input on the clean channel. The Bugera does have 2 channels, whereas the Jet City just has 1. The Bugera, I've got the clean up to a little over 8, and the master on 3. With this amp on the clean channel, it's pretty clean all the way up. Okay, let's see. Let's do just a little bit of bridge pickup stuff. Jet City. Bugera. Okay, wow, that's a lot better actually there. Here's the Jet City doing that. I mean, honestly, that sounds pretty darn good until you compare it to the Bugera. So, there you go. Let's see. Oh, one last thing. Let's do the surf deal. I'm going to crank the reverb all the way up on both amps, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you, you would think this is not a fair comparison because the Jet City has a real spring reverb tank in it that makes noises when you knock the amp. Whereas the Bugera actually just has some type of a chip in it. I'm assuming it's a little digital delay chip in it, or a digital reverb chip in it. So you'd think that the Jet City should win this one, but I'm going to tell you it doesn't. So here's the Jet City. That's all the reverb it's got. Here's the Bugera. Wow. Okay, So now let's get the Jet City where it likes to be. We are going to go for high gain and see if it holds its own a little better there. Okay. With the Jet City, I didn't even remember I had the reverb cranked up, but boy, it sure made itself known on the old vintage 22 there. Okay, so here's the Bugera. To the Jet City. That's the Jet City. To the Bugera. This is the Jet City still. To the Bugera. Wow. Okay, so that's just downright tough right there, man. Still on the Bugera. To the Jet City. Okay, I'm ready to call this little demo quits. Bugera eats the Jet City's lunch on clean tones. On that distorted stuff, though, honestly, the Bugera sounds a little bit more Fendery. Sounds a little bit more like a tweed Fender, say a Bassman. Little less defined on the bottom end. Very nice and fun to play. And the Jet City, I'm going to say, definitely has a little bit more of a Marshall-esque vibe about it. That's what we're hearing humming right now, by the way, is the Jet City. The Bugera is pretty quiet. So overall, I'd say the Bugera probably wins this particular contest. But on the other hand, if what you want is a really, really, really inexpensive Marshall-esque Soldano design, then the Jet City is pretty darn cool as well. So that's it. I'll see you next time around.